for them told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we would blow your budget in the club to booth up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder. You got the picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russia. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds they tussling. My neck and my belly. They call it for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Houston Texans. Ready to go now. Stephen Gostkowski for the Patriots as we are off and running in Foxborough. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him remote.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. There was only one man who scored a touchdown in Super Bowl 53, and, of course, it was that man we just saw, Sony Michel.
How about him turning it on in the postseason of his rookie year? Because in the 16-game regular season, he didn't play in all 16 now. He did have 6 touchdowns, which is pretty darn good. But he added 6 more touchdown runs in the Patriots' 3 playoff wins That's pretty significant as well.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Brady. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Well, the Houston Texans, as they come onto the field, obviously their offseason hit a little earlier than they wanted in January, making it to the playoffs, losing to Indianapolis. It was the first time that 2 AFC South teams had actually met in the playoffs when they squared off with the Colts.
And think about how the two of them began the year.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Hightower in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A shotgun snap for Watson. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Throwing now is Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. For Gronk, of course, the big question, has he played his last game in the NFL?
But we won't have to wait too long to find out if he sticks with what he told everyone after the ball game. Expects to make a decision in about a week or so. We'll find out. If indeed that was his last game, not only did he go out a winner and on top, how about 6 catches for 87 yards? And don't forget that huge 29-yarder to set up the Patriots' only touchdown.
And speaking of the number 29, that's his age. He'll turn 30 in May. On 2nd down, Michel. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away.
And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the 2nd straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. But there was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one. But Mahomes, a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, defensive rookie of the year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts comeback player of the year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure, and he beat out J.J. Watt, who also would have been a deserving winner. Coach of the year, I thought, was a close vote, or probably should have been closer to me, because I thought Anthony Lynn from the Chargers deserves some respect. But Matt Nagy of the Bears, he ends up winning the award. They went 12-4 in his rookie season.
And then last one we need to mention, Chris Long of the Eagles, well-deserved Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. Congrats to all.
Yeah, how about that? Donated his first 4 game checks to fund a literacy program that donated free books and mentoring services for families. And remember, last season, he donated every game check to causes that he felt strongly about. So
the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Caught by Allen. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. The intended receiver there, Allen.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down. Hopkins this year over 1,000 yards again. 4th time that he's done that in 6 NFL seasons. He had 1,572 to be exact.
And that was second only to Atlanta's Julio Jones. And you have to think the return of Deshaun Watson at the quarterback position, taking all the starts this year, that had to help because we've seen DeAndre Hopkins have big seasons with multiple quarterbacks, but have that one consistent guy.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And the pressure gets to him again. Dante Hightower in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They're going for it. It's Watson. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down. Where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on it for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Throwing on first down is Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there on a New England first down. Brady now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. A give. This is Michel. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Brady to throw on second down. Allen's got it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the gun, it's Brady. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Brady throwing on second down, and that is incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Brady going to go on fourth down. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And this Texans defense stands tall. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half 3-0 New England. Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, the third team to win the year after losing the Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. Lamar Miller, and he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Brady, 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Play action. Now it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Whitney Merciless coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On play action, it's Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. He was looking for Gronk that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Watson hands this to Foreman. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watson now to throw. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. He's to the 10, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, 25 yards. And the Texans are in for 6. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gronkowski got it on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Brady. Dorsett's got it. Philip Dorsett by himself. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, 58 yards. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Watson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Dante Hightower in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now Edelman. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Brady to throw. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. The familiar refrain, Brady to Gronk for the New England 1st. Brady now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Michel. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, here's Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. Got a hand in there to break that one up.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, but I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Brady. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Rob Gronkowski, a 14-yard touchdown. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gostkowski the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Dante Hightower getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Dante Hightower. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Black 22.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
So the Patriots coming out now. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Again, it's Michel. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Off of play action, it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Watson, he'll bite, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel of my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, how to give them my dues. Never got to talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Now, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line of views in this deer. I hate to do with no plans. Now I usually get near. Oh, my ex are her man. Cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us where the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your missus Alabama. Turn it to my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in there like I got the swag. What kind of swagger? I'm the blackest panther. Wakanda. Y'all are wasting your time. I spend it, but I ain't wasting a dime. Might do some favors, but I ain't breaking my spine. Your girl has been calling for days. I get in all different ways. That New Orleans parades. Yeah, we like, none of my people are patient. We live like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Y'all all with it and y'all talk a lot, but y'all ain't got the heart to do the mission. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing I can do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix the Autobots and mixed with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need a pad of walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if you're asking for it. There ain't much that he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. Look, you don't need me either. All I need is this. No coca ice, and I get oh so polite. You be the man of your city, I'll be the man of my country. You could be the man of your city, I'ma be the man of my country. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. New Orleans parades, yeah, we like. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation, yeah, we like. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. Yeah, I'm like, none of my patient. We look like we on a vacation.
I seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the say that they be waiting for you in the bushes with the duct tape. Up and down the interstate, yeah, we really touch. We touch. October, I'm about to another state. He went down in Arizona, don't get me involved. An empty box in the car means they coming for all. I had six phones, I got rid of them all. We get hit and sit down, we don't talk to the law. Yeah, they think I'm tripping, they listen. They know our every move, yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission, I'm just young and I'm living.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes, I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree wells. And that then courted me a V12. Avoid the phones if it's sounding like a seashell. Too much clicking in the connection. Connect the dots with my connect for my protection. Face to face I place my like a drive-through. Feeling, you know how I do. Push.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 25 to life and I can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
Too many handle business on my own, cause you ain't right, and that's I don't condone. I got homies behind the wall wishing they was home. They got jammed up, kept discussing business.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. A first down throw for Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Cousins. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Returnable for Lockett. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Wilson on 1st down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. The 20. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Janikowski good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. K.J. Wright coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean...
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Mike Davis from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. For the Minnesota Vikings, earlier you and I were breaking down Kirk Cousins' season and the disappointment there, but they go from 13-3 to 8-7-1, and this was a team that many thought off that 13-3 season were Super Bowl contenders. What happened?
I think they struggled with Kirk Cousins meshing in as their new starting quarterback. Their offensive line had its share of troubles up front. Couldn't keep Dalvin Cook healthy as their lead runner. But the defense, even though the numbers were good at the end of the year, they struggled throughout as well. They had some games where they gave up some big plays. Remember the Rams game earlier in the season? The Packers game that was a tie, I think the second game of the year. So all in all, they could just never get that consistency and cohesiveness that they had in 2018. But it's a team that's not very far away. They can bounce right back into the playoffs in this upcoming year.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Yellow, yellow. He's in there. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow.
On second down, Cook. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Hey, 382, list 50.
They go play action. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Frank Clark with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
300.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Cousins now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Handoff comes to Cook. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. From the red zone now, Cousins. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Cousins on the keeper. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the sneak. Not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
It's Cousins on the sneak. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the right hash and a bit of a... And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, 2nd major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pavin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, Ivy Strafin. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pavin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pavin. Way to go.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Wilson. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Following the interception, Cousins. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Aho. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On second down, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. On third down, Wilson. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front move.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. 4th down, they're going for it.
Alert, alert, alert. Zebra.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue him a little bit.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Hey, we're good.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down, Cousins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen from 10 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. On second down, Wilson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he's got this one down to the 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. A good run of 6 yards there gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
14. Right, waiting.
This is Carson. And an alley to run. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Out to kick is Janikowski. Here comes Sherrills. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route,
that's caught inside the 20. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Wilson wants to throw it. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel in my tears. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, had to give them my dues. Never got a talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. gun. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Nah, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line of sweat the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your missus Alabama. Turn it to my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in there like I got the swag. What kind of swagger? I'm ain't nothing I could do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix of Autobots and mix with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need a pad of walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if you're asking for it. There ain't much that he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. Look, you don't need me either. All I need is this.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. For Carson, CD, quite a season, although maybe somewhat under the radar, but part of the NFL's top rushing offense, and he was 5th in the league.
1,151 yards, 9 touchdowns, and Seattle got back to their identity, which is a run-first offense that provides some pretty good thump inside the tackles. And how about Chris Carson? A 7th-round pick 2 seasons ago out of Oklahoma State. Never ran for 1,000 yards in college. Does it here in the NFL. Pretty underrated name with a big-time game.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Linval Joseph getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Open space inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
Gun!
Throwing his Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. As Seattle makes their way back out here, Charles, let's take a little deeper dive as they go into the offseason, what they need to do. They led the NFL in rushing yards. You talked about it. They ran the football well. Where do they need to improve?
Maybe a little less stubbornness in establishing the run at times, because Chris Carson, their lead back, didn't get started against Dallas. Mike Davis couldn't add a whole lot. Rashad Penny, who was a rookie, he didn't add a whole lot in that one as well. Sometimes you have to let Russell Wilson be the guy and let him throw it around. They'll continue to work on that in the offseason and fortify him with a few more weapons on the perimeter, I believe. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Wilson on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On third down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Baldwin's first catch going to be good enough for a first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Emerson Griffin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Wilson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass, because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll come out in the pistol. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Throwing again here, Wilson. This is intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor. He doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second. I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Cousins on first down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
They run, Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
To throw, Cousins. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. K.J. Wright coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well,
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Eric Kendricks in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Wilson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. The quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
Italian rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Wilson. It's complete to Jerome Brown. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to air one out. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there, as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On second down, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Cousins, he'll find Thielen, work in the middle. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Cousins now. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
They go play action here on first down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, 382, left 50. The hug, and in. Two.
Now Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They run it again with Cook. Room here to run. And they get this one to about the 20-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the gun, here's Cousins. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To throw, there's Cousins. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. That's going to go down as a 20-yard loss. That was an intriguing call. You got a chip shot field goal. Tight game. Why not just take the 3?
I know that not all the old rules apply in today's NFL, and in fact, I'd love to have an analytics coach here with us right now to say why that was probably a good play. I don't know if even the analytics coach would have said that. That seemed like a bad play. Take the points there and move on.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Anderson-Aho. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Cousins. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now Cousins, and he's got Kyle Rudolph. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Cousins now to throw on first down. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
95.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now it's Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run and everyone else.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Frank Clark in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line field under pressure again, and down he goes again. K.J. Wright in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Hey, we're good.
Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Now Wilson on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw is Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and just like that, it's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Pete Carroll looks like he likes his chances with the offense on the field. They're going for it on fourth. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Cousins here to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He's going to look deep down the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On 1st down, Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Anderson Aho. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Bring out the Brinks truck, I'm young, flying ice up. 100-yard dash, I had to run my price up. Boss your life up, I had to boss mine up. $10,000 outfit, $100 up. Hey, you know these checking for me in the DMs, getting for me. I ain't even took the dollar out my pocket and the still shaking for me. And I'm frosty like Tony in the club with the owner. I can walk on water, pop it like, hey, when you on top, gon' hate on you, that what they supposed to do, I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. Hey, when you on top, gon' hate on you, that what they supposed to do, I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. 30, I might go round and 2 stacking up, I love how my money count move. With attitude, I got a 2 and I dropped out of school. I'm going up, check my vertical. Man, I'm breaking every rule. I'm a crew. I'm addicted to shopping, so everything brand new. I'm friends with the jeweler, my diamonds like Shamu. Hey, she like she applying shampoo. Pretty face, she got a look. Keep a few racks on me. I used to work in the factory. Been hating it, never bother me. I make they follow me. Teacher said that I'm a prodigy. When I'm shopping, I don't care what it's costing me. 10 bands, really, that ain't a lot to me. Turn on my swag to infinity. I leveled up on these. Yeah, I leveled up. Hey, I bezeled up on these. Yeah, I bezeled up. I ain't got time for no negative energy. I'm on a winning streak. I'm on a spree. The devil be doing the most, but he don't ever get to me. Bring out the Brinks truck. I'm young, flying ice up. 100-yard dash. I had to run my price up. Boss your life up. I had to boss mine up. $10,000 outfit, $100 up. Hey, when you on top, gon' hate on you, that what they supposed to do, I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. Hey, when you on top, gon' hate on you, that what they supposed to do, I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Brady now on first down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Brady trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. He was looking for Edelman there.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes being chased out left. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And that is incomplete here. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They always say the real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone.
And he's going to go down again. Dante Hightower. He's the one to get in this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
There we go. Green 90. Green 90.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Brady looking middle, and it's incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a pitch out to Michel. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. On the ground is Michel. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
For the Chiefs, Charles, looking back to last year in summation, 12-4, first time as the #1 seed in the AFC since the mid-90s, 1995. And, yeah, there was a lot of disappointment, understandably so, after that loss to New England. But it's like we were talking about with Patrick Mahomes, a lot to be proud of.
It certainly is. And just think about your chief weapons coming back. Saw what I did there, didn't you?
Yeah, chief weapons. I'm with you. Yeah.
Tyreek Hill will be back. Travis Kelce. Against the run, gave up way too many yards in that category. They got to get back to their elite levels in takeaway numbers, something that's dropped off the last couple of seasons. But they start to make some corrections there. We'll be talking about Kansas City for years to come.
Yeah, that rush defense, 27th in the league, so certainly something to shore up before next season. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
And as others who like to blitz even on rundowns, it confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams taking it in. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Caught by Allen. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Brady. Allen's got it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Brady over the middle. It's taken in by Gronkowski. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Brady to Gronkowski. They make it look easy, don't they? And it's a Patriot 1st down. Brady now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Gostkowski with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a
play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope.
Green, 90. Green, 90. Z. Left.
So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now it's Mahomes again. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So that one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again.
Left. There we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mahomes going to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. That one goes for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. To throw, it's Mahomes. The quick slant caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Demetrius Harris from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Butker now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Brady will try again on 2nd down. Going deep here for Edelman. He's got him in. Complete. A big play there just before halftime. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Brady now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And now it's 3rd down. The final shot before half for Brady. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Mahomes. That's caught by Ware. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Mahomes now on 1st down. into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 46. So after the INT, it's Brady. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? Yeah, down right now, but looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Reggie Ragland, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended target.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Ware takes the give from Mahomes, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. On the run, it's Ware. And past the 30, down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play action, now it's Brady. That one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They do go for it. It's Brady. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And, look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. Brady, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
They run it here. Ware. And he powers his way up past the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Brady. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Now they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now here's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Able to find Harris, complete. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Wait 20! Wait 20!
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
20!
Now Brady again. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And right side caught Hogan. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Brady to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett from 13 yards out. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They've got the lead by 3, late stages of the game. What's the message here? Just hang on to the football? Is it that simple?
That's exactly right, because ball security is paramount. And you got a small cushion. A field goal can tie you, but you don't even think that way. Just take care of the ball, close out the game.
Will they close it out? We're about to find out. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. On the ground, this is Michel. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A big spot now for Stephen Gostkowski. This to tie things up in the final minute. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, let's hurry up.
And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The throw there by Brady intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Brady. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Edelman was the intended target, and it's third down. This defense not going to lag back. They come with pressure that time, force him out of the pocket, and the incompletion.
And so many times when you're watching a game, you're seeing the offense doing all.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And a costly one there, as this game remains tied here in the fourth. I got nothing after that try.
Yeah, don't.
I mean, he tried it from the parking lot. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Now Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Mahomes now on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now it's Mahomes again. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Wait, 20!
What can Brady do now with his drive? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Hitchens in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack, as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, blue 45, blue 45. Ace, ace.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that is incomplete. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
And now out come the Patriots. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Left, 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 left. Ready, blue 45.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And this is caught. That's Watkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Ace, ace. Ready, blue 45.
On the ground, this is Ware. And down to the 36-yard line here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Ready, blue 45, blue 45.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sherman. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to look deep for one. Oh, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watkins, the intended receiver. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at the 20. So after the INT, it's Brady. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
He's got it. The tight end, Allen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
New England on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it here. This is James White. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major League kudos to them because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. That'll bring up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Mahomes to throw once more. And he finds who else? Watkins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score and win this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeRon Harmon. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down. And something tells me the moment of overtime won't be too big for number 12, Tom Brady.
Well, the best that have ever played have always taken big moments and treated them as little moments, right? Each play is going to be kind of the same, but they know how to rise to the occasion as well. And let's face it, Tom Brady, I think he'll enjoy playing in overtime and trying to be the guy that leads his team to victory. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And it's Michel once again, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and then take it away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
By 20! By 20!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Brady now to throw. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Anthony Hitchens in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, what a catch by Edelman. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. Just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Two minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. On second down, Michel. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Brady to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to get him for a loss of 5.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. New England on third down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Now Brady. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.